at Nelson Mandela's funeral shocked the world. He was ridiculed for making major mistakes during his translation. Leaders in the deaf community say it shines a light on a big problem: unqualified interpreters. News 13's Margaret Kavanaugh explains how some are fighting for change.
Malia Johnson is deaf. During our interview, she couldn't hear what I was saying, but she read my lips. Johnson also owns a business that provides interpreters for deaf people. She was shocked, like the rest of the world, when she learned that the interpreter at Nelson Mandela's funeral was making some major mistakes during his translation.
It's bad that didn't happen.
Sad, but some think it also shed a light on a bigger problem.
There is no specific criteria for what constitutes a qualified interpreter for any specific situation.
That's why there's a bill being talked about in Florida that would require more state regulations. If the bill passes and becomes law, interpreters would be forced to get a license to practice. Johnson likes the idea of more regulation, but thinks state leaders also need to enforce the changes. Supporters say it would protect people in the deaf community.
We need more qualified, skilled interpreters.
Under the Americans with Disabilities Act, it states that a qualified interpreter is someone who is able to interpret effectively, accurately, and impartially. But leaders in the deaf community say laws are too vague and more needs to be done.
We still have a big gap with the definition of who's qualified and what their credentials need to be.
We get interpreters who will show up. And it's like, who are you? You don't have the skills to interpret it, or they can't catch up.
Now they're using this situation to raise awareness, and they're hoping for change. In Orlando, I'm Margaret Kavanaugh, News 13.